Welcome back. I'm sure you're keen to get started now. So let's start by looking at what an Azure Data Factory is. Microsoft's definition of data factory is that it is a fully managed serverless data integration solution for ingesting, preparing, and transforming all of your data at scale. That's a lot of information in one sentence. So let's try and understand this by looking at the problem Data Factory is trying to solve, and then we'll come back to this definition. Businesses are generating more and more data every day. The volume of data has increased exponentially over the last couple of decades and still continuing, and that data is coming from a variety of sources such as multi-cloud platforms, on-premises applications, and software as a service applications, just to name a few. This data is also generated at a much faster rate than ever before. The rate at which the data arrives could be from near real-time to batches at regular intervals. The generator data is in a variety of formats ranging from structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. In this competitive world, businesses want this data to be ingested and processed quickly in a consistent manner so that they can gain insights from their data and realize benefits. Traditional data integration solutions struggle to handle this due to the lack of connectors and ability to scale elastically, just to name a few. Microsoft's solution to this problem is the Data Factory tool in Azure Cloud. Data Factory provides the ability to ingest data from all of those sources we just mentioned. It provides connectors to 90+ sources, and it's increasing. Just to give you an idea, there are connectors for SaaS applications such as Salesforce and Office 365. There is support for ingesting data from other major cloud providers such as Amazon S3 and Google Cloud Storage. And also, you can connect to on-premises service. For example, you can ingest data from on-prem SQL Server. Data Factory also provides the ability to transform and analyze the data. Microsoft have been adding more and more functionality to its transformation capability, but it is still slightly limited. Having said that, if we need a transformation that's not available in Data Factory or is too complex to achieve in Data Factory, we can create transformations in external solutions such as Spark on HD Insight or Azure Databricks. We can then orchestrate those transformations from the Data Factory. It provides specific activities to perform these transformations in HD Insight or Azure Databricks as an example. Also, if we created machine learning models in Azure ML or in Databricks, we can then orchestrate those executions from Data Factory as well. And finally, Data Factory also lets us orchestrate the publishing of dashboards created in tools such as Power BI to the data consumers. Basically, Data Factory provides an end-to-end solution for our data integration, transformation, and orchestration needs. Let's now look back at the definition of Data Factory again. It's a fully managed service. What do we mean by that? You simply create a Data Factory as a resource in your subscription. Microsoft takes care of all the management for your Data Factory. We don't need to worry about provisioning VMs, installing the application, patching the operating system, etc. Also, Microsoft takes care of the scalability, availability, and security requirements for our Data Factory. It runs on a serverless infrastructure. That means our complete environment is scaled to any data size without infrastructure management. It provides data integration capability with 90+ connectors with a wide range of sources from multi-cloud to on-prem and SaaS solutions. It provides data transformation capability with a code-free development tool that you can use to satisfy most of your transformation needs. Also, we can use Data Factory to orchestrate our workflow from start to finish. It provides excellent monitoring capability that you can use to monitor your data pipelines. Now that we understand what Data Factory is, let's now look at the use cases for which we should not be using Data Factory. Data Factory is not a data migration tool. If you're doing one of migration of your data from one database to another, it is easier and faster to use tools such as Azure Data Migration Service. Data Factory is meant for loading and transforming data periodically. Data Factory is not designed for supporting streaming workloads. For that, we can use other Azure PaaS services such as Event Hub, IoT Hub, or external applications such as Spark Streaming, Kafka, etc. Like the other ETL tools with code-free development capability, ADF also lacks support for complex transformations. So you should do your complex transformations in Azure Databricks or HD Insight using Spark. And use Data Factory to orchestrate the workflow. Data Factory is not a data storage solution. It doesn't store any data. It merely provides the compute required to process the data. Once processed, the data is returned to a storage solution such as SQL Database or Data Lake or Azure Synapse Analytics or Cosmos DB, just to name a few. With this, I hope you've developed a clear understanding of what an Azure Data Factory is. So that's the end of this session. And I'll see you in the next one.